Everybody, thank you for joining us again on the BattleBotcast. We are going to be talking today about the BattleBots Bounty Hunters. This is the second Bounty Hunters round where the Bounty Hunter will be going after Icewave. So we've got a bunch of bots that are going to be competing to compete against legendary Icewave. And just want to say, my man, Double Agent Alex,
Woohoo!
Icewave was your favorite bot back in the day, wasn't
Yes,
it?
yes. Back in like 2015 or 16. Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was
It,
he
it was
he was a
amazing.
killer.
Yeah, I loved like them. Like I loved the destruction he caused. I loved like everything else. I already wrote down. I already like made a scorecard. Wrote down a scorecard and said notes this time.
Okay,
I don't think you
it's a little
guys are
bit
gonna.
blurry because you got your
I don't think.
look.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I don't think you can see it.
No, I
You have
can't
to
see
like,
it.
get it.
We cannot see
Focus.
it. We're gonna have
Wait,
to stop.
hold on. I know. Hold on. I got it. I got it. No, no,
What?
not too much. No, I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I can just do that. Okay, here we go.
All right, so we've got our score. Oh my gosh, you have your score. I have the scorecard on the screen,
Yeah,
but that's okay. So
yeah, and
hold
I
it up again.
even
I just want to
wrote.
make sure I can see it. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to like hide everything, like
Yeah,
every like
don't.
good thing, because I wrote like as they went on. I
Oh,
wrote
I
down.
see. Okay, kind of like the NCAAs. Now, of all of these teams, there was eight that started. Who did you pick as the number one to become the bounty hunter?
The one I picked was Hypershock.
Yeah,
I know
you know
it's
what?
backward. For me, it looks backwards
No,
on
it's
my
it's it's
camera.
it's okay for us. Yeah, it's okay for us. I also picked Will Bale and Hypershock to become the bounty hunter and
Woo!
face against Icewave. So
Yeah, and I'm
without
not gonna
further ado,
spoil it.
let's get
Yeah,
into it. Let's get
yeah.
into it.
I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but hopefully you already saw it on my paper. Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, with no spoilers here. All right. Tracer in the first bout. Tracer, which is a new bot, went against P1. P1 is a fast bot. And if we look at the pictures, just so you get an idea of who these bots are, man, Tracer is a vertical
Mass
spinner with a
destruction.
2.5-inch wide vertical killer spinner. It's really, really powerful.
Disc spinner.
Plus,
Disc
uh,
spinner.
pl- plus our P1, which is really, really fast. Talk to me a little bit about your thoughts about this bout.
About this bout, I just want to say my thoughts about P1 and his weird flipper. I want to say his flipper is way different because he's a flipper bot. But instead of his flipper going like this, like going up, it goes like this, like a launcher, like a catapult. Like that's my one like a weird concern about it, and everything else is just amazing in this fight. Amazing. Is I remember that P1 got I think Tracer like upside down on the box and then just decided to help him out and then he lost his wheel. I remember that. That was an amazing moment. But I don't
He did lose a
I don't
wheel. I remember that.
yeah.
Tracer also had a mini bot. Do you remember the mini bot?
Oh yeah, I do.
And he was not much help whatsoever.
No. No,
Anyway,
mini bots do not really help. Although one thing I want to say about Tracer is their wedge. Their lack of wedging. I don't know. Not I mean the lack of wedging on the front, like I don't know what it's called, like the wedge on the front. Like their wedge is so small. Like
yeah,
you can barely see it in this picture. Like
I
they just
agree.
went with P1, you would want that big of a wedge because they're so low to the ground.
And P1 was able to get under him a lot. I remember this being a little bit of a controversial bout, not as controversial as the next one, but P1 did win by split decision. So P1 moves on in the tournament itself to go on and face potentially Ice Wave. The next bout was another new bot named Deadlift. Now Deadlift is a rookie, not new, but it's definitely a rookie bot going against one of the oldest bots in the tournament, Ghost Raptor. Talk to me a little bit about Ghost Raptor, Alex.
I remember Ghost Raptor. He was a very old bot. I mean, I only remember him in his fight with Icewave again. That's like the only time I remember Ghost Raptor. Sadly, I remember like they had this like weird spinner mechanism. They had treads and then this little compartment, I'd say, that held every control thing in the bot, and then they had their spinner on top of them.
Yeah, yeah. Ghost
Um,
Raptor is a good bot, but kind of got phased out because there were so many in 2018. There were so many good bots coming in, so many vertical spinners, so many deadly bots, and Ghost Raptor, I think,
Just
kind of got left behind back then, and now Ghost Raptor is back.
Yeah, like that's why they came back on the show, because they felt like that they were just legends to be left in the dust. That's exactly what I've heard in the before this fight.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come back and they wanted to make an impact. They wanted to show that they're still relevant, etc. But they've been out for like two years or so. Anyway, Ghost Raptor won this bout. I have a picture of this, and you can see.
Ooh,
Actually, this is a
that
great picture
is
because there was a really pivotal moment at the end of this bout when the hammer came
yeah, it just
down.
dropped down straight onto both Deadlift and Ghost Raptor, if you can see it in this picture. You know, if you can see it, unless it's not under the thing and it was just greatly placed so it can be under the thing, but I don't know.
Well, it mostly hit Deadlift. Deadlift, by the way, is a lifter bot, of kind of a flipper bot. They got in some good shots. Eventually, Deadlift died. They were died lift. They were just dead. They were done.
Died lift,
So,
yeah.
so the winner by KO, and I think we both called this one Ghost Raptor. Good to see Ghost Raptor get a win again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This was a really, really interesting bout.
My gosh, I really do not like the second bite. I like Scorpios. But I
like
do
Scorpios,
not like this. Yeah, but I do not like the other bot that he's facing. The other bot that he's facing is called Black Widow, and it is kind of a ridiculous bot. It is a vertical spinner, and I don't want to be mean, but they also have a weird like thing like in their back that makes them actually seem like a real spider. It shoots out silly string.
I agree with you. I skipped one in the pictures though. I should let you know. Hypershock was against Sporkinoke. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I forgot the
Sporkinoke.
picture. Sporkinoke. If you remember Sporkinoke, they flipped right over this. They right over this in the show itself. Hypershock won, but they were terrible. They won Sporkinoke. So Hypershock moved on. This picture is Scorpios versus Black Widow, two insects going after each other. Do you remember Scorpios changed their weapon to be like the scorpion flame throwing thing, which was great.
Which would make sense in the bug tents that we would do it.
Makes sense in the bug tents. I love it. I love it.
Like stab it in there.
What did they say? Who said it? Bug on bug action is what they said.
I think it was either Kenny or Chris.
I forget.
It was not.
Yeah.
It was definitely not Farouk or Pete.
Yeah. Oh, Pete. Yeah, I always forget about Pete.
Yeah,
the bot.
The bot whisperer. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there was a lot of legs flying around the arena from this giant bot. By the way, we should mention that Black Widow is technically a drum spinner. That drum spinner did absolutely nothing.
No, it did not like catch Scorpius at all.
No,
I did see some sparks, but not enough to impress me.
I would agree
if I
with
was
you.
If I was the judges, I would just give the award to Scorpios. Like here I go, Scorpios.
And Scorpios won by decision. This was not a knockout. Scorpios won by decision. And if you remember,
that's why I was making the judge joke. thing.
Yep. No, I got it. Totally got it. I agree with you 100%. And don't forget, if you remember at the end of this bout, there were some big hammer blows on top of the spider and dented
Oh
the
yeah, right. In the
black spider. Do you remember
pulverizer.
that?
In the pulverizer. Yeah. Yeah, it was just like plummeting down, like denting his armor.
And he just like was like he was like caved out. I don't know. It was awesome. Some awesome hammer work at the end there. Then it got really interesting, Alex. Hypershock versus Ghost Raptor. Go.
Uh, I just want to say, you don't have any picture of this, do you?
I do. I do. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
yeah, and I just want to say the first hit was, well, it started off slow, and then the first big hit just already put out Ghost Raptor. He was wobbling and everything, like Hypershock got this, and not only that big hit knocked off one of the one side of the blades on Ghost Raptor.
Yeah, that's right. He the blade. One half of the blade was like sheared off on Ghost Raptor, and it was pretty much downhill from there. As Kenny and Chris had said, Hypershock did terrible in the first round, even though they won. Great in the second round, really dominated Ghost Raptor. It was really pretty dominating performance, and Hypershock won by KO. Right? Poor Ghost Raptor. Poor Ghost Raptor. Both two legendary bots that have been around for a long time. But Hypershock
some
took
of the best
that one.
bots, but yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Now I got a great picture coming up.
Oh, what is it?
Look at that.
Ooh, nice close-up look at Scorpios.
Yeah, so that's a great look at Scorpios. Scorpios is a great bot. They have the other weapon going here, so they have the hammer saw.
Versus P1. Is this Scorpios versus P1?
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah. I was just looking at my paper. Oh yeah. I had some controversy with this fight.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do think so. I don't think there was a lot of controversy. I do have a note here that it was controversial at the very end because, and you tell us a little bit about why you thought it was controversial.
Well, because P1 flipped over Scorpios, but then the time ran out, so Scorpios couldn't get counted out. But then the judge's decision went. The award went for the judge's decision. I cannot talk. Scorpios won
by a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
It was not even a split decision because Scorpios basically dominated the fight. And then at the last,
as you can see in this picture.
Yeah, oh my gosh, they dominated. And then in the last 10 seconds, I don't even think it wasn't P1. Don't forget, P1's flipper wasn't working, right? So
oh yeah, they didn't even flip one time.
So
they got under him to flip him over.
Well, he didn't even flip him because he just went up on Scorpios. He flipped himself over by driving over P1, right? So Scorpios was on his back and couldn't self-right. But that was only 10 seconds left. So there was no time for a count out. And because they had dominated the rest of the bout, I think it was an easy call that Scorpios was the winner. I know you think differently.
Yeah.
Do you think P1 should have won?
Yeah.
What?
P1 should have flipped him over at the last second.
I know. They should have done it earlier in the bout. Whatever. Anyway, Scorpios showed an awful lot during this tournament. Really. I have another picture here of Scorpios beating the heck out of P1. Remember? I don't know if you remember this, but Scorpios was just like boom, boom, boom. Took off his wheel. This is the
I
second
remember
time.
He took off his other wheel. Yeah.
It was the same wheel they lost.
Yeah, it was the same wheel. It was the same wheel.
Yeah, they basically replaced it, and then it went boom. and got a lot of good shots in. Anyway, I thought Scorpios dominated, and even though they got flipped at the end and couldn't self-right, there was just not enough time left for a count out. So this leaves us with the finals to become the bounty hunter. Okay, so this
Hypershock versus
go ahead.
Scorpios. Yeah,
I think this is where we thought it was going to land, right?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I thought Hypershock from the beginning, and I think we all thought Scorpios. I don't know. There were a lot of bad bots in this tournament. To be honest with you, a lot of bad bots, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
a bot like Icewave. All up against a bot like Icewave. That's what they were trying to do.
That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to go against.
He is a very destructive bot.
Super destructive.
Yeah, you do not want to mess with them. You do not want to mess with them. Remember that Huge match back in 2018? Remember when he fought Huge?
Oh my God! And they.
Yeah,
it was so good during
to not mess with Icewave the hard way.
Do you remember during the show they showed some of the old footage, and like
whoa,
and like two pieces
got chopped in half.
I know,
two pieces.
Super destructive.
Yeah.
That was when Huge was. He was huge, but he was not durable. He was just. Remember, his wheels got all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was
it was not a good bot.
It was one of Huge's first bouts, I think, actually, and
no,
he
I
just
think
got
it was
torn
like toward
apart.
like the tournament. I don't think it was one of his first.
Anyway, whatever. It was his first year, I thought. Like his wheels were still very rickety. Anyway, Icewave tore him apart, which was awesome, and they showed a lot of great old footage of Icewave, which was good. Back to Scorpios and Hypershock. Scorpios went with a new front wedge. What did you think about the new front wedge that they went with?
I think it worked. I think it worked a little bit. Yeah, so that they couldn't get to their weapon chain, to their drive function, to everything important into the bot.
Yeah, they had a they called them cat ears, was it? They
call them cat ears.
That they had these, yeah. So Hypershock could not reach their weapon.
Yeah.
Which I think was
because if they reach their weapon, that would be bad. That would be bad.
Yeah, because if you look at Scorpios' weapon, it really is very exposed, right? So
because it's a hammer bot
so it's way out there.
A hammer saw bot. Yeah.
I agree. And the drivetrain, like if you look at the drivetrain, it's right out here.
Murder you all. It's a vertical saw to murder you all. I just tried to make the joke for you.
I love it. That's one of the best Faroukisms. You could see.
My favorite is he's red, white, and blue, and he's here to kill you. That's my favorite.
That's a good one. The Captain Shredderator, yeah, and he's here to kill you.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Great bout. In this case, Hypershock didn't really show up too well. Hypershock came without a wedge at all and couldn't lay a glove on Scorpios. Really didn't get any good hits in.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they should have done. They're even waving to Icewave. They're even waving to Captain of Icewave.
I know they wanted to face Icewave, but they're not going to, because the winner of this bout by decision, it's not a KO, by decision was
Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpios won. So Scorpios went on to fight Icewave. I got a great picture here for you, Alex.
Yeah. What's the picture? Oh my! I was not expecting it to be like that.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Yeah. So
this is the thumbnail. We're gonna use this.
It's our thumbnail. Write it down, y'all.
Yeah, write it down.
But you can see, Alex. I want to point out one thing. They talked about this on the broadcast, where you can see the yellow, but you can't
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
you
black,
can.
right?
Yeah,
So
they added the black so they can't. So Scorpios cannot see where his weapon is.
yeah, so it looks like the arms are shorter, but in reality, these
They're
arms are
actually
way like,
longer.
yeah, you just can't see them because they're black. I don't know. It's just a
Yeah, and
weird.
the box is black.
And the box is
Plus, you
black.
can like see through the. You can see through like something when it's like spinning really fast.
And right, exactly. And Icewave is unique in the sense that they are the only gas powered. It's not.
Robot.
They're not a gas powered robot, but they're a gas powered primary weapon. So what
Yes.
do you hear when they spin up, Alex?
A helicopter.
Yeah, that's right. It sounds like a helicopter. It's so loud when Icewave spins up. And as you said
Yeah.
before, Icewave is the most destructive bot, or used to be at least the most destructive bot. It was
Yeah, I
really,
think Cineboyashi took that crown, then Uppercut, then Deep Six. I don't know. There's been a
I
lot.
think it was Icewave and um, Tombstone for a while. For at least 2 seasons, those two were the most
Yeah.
destructive
Then
bots.
Bite Force and Endgame, I guess.
Well, by
Like
Force and
and
Endgame.
then
Yeah,
it
agree.
happened. Yeah.
Agree. Now, during this bout, Icewave did a good job. You see the
Yeah.
you see the sparks here. There were some good hits at the beginning. Icewave then lost their primary weapon, and
I want to say
yeah,
Icewave and Scorpios have fought in the past. They
that's
have
right.
back in
Yeah, go
season
ahead, tell us
3.
about that.
Back in
Yeah,
season 3, I think Scorpios won by decision. I like I saw like the little flashback that they did. And I heard Farouk say Scorpios, and then Scorpios team cheering, and the Ice Wave team looking depressed. So yeah, I think Scorpios won that one by decision, and that's also how they won this one. I'm just saying it. They also won this one by
that's
decision.
a great. Yeah, yep, yes. Scorpius won by decision. That bout that they had previously, I do remember. They Scorpios won that bout by decision, just like they won this bout by decision. But they thought they lost. And people keep telling them, like, how did you lose? Why did that decision go was so bad? Like that decision was so bad. Icewave obviously killed you, annihilated you, blah, blah, blah. But Scorpios won. And so this was a little bit of redemption for Scorpios because
Yeah,
they won decisively this time around. Did you agree?
yeah. I think so. I think so.
Look
I
at this.
mean,
I got a
they
picture to show you. Watch this.
yeah.
Look at this.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That is
Uh-huh.
that is a withered ice wave, whatever you call it. It's withered. I'm gonna call it that. Withered ice wave.
He was damaged,
Like
beat up.
yeah, that was like the inside of the engine, right? You can see it.
Yeah, and he got hit by a hammer. Like you could see where the hammer hit him.
Yeah,
Um, the the hammer saw hit him. Yeah, Ice Wave.
yeah,
Unfortunately, lost
not
his
looking
weapon.
good. Not
Yeah,
looking good. He not
and
looking
and
good.
and did not make it through.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is for after the bout. He was torn up a little bit. In fact, this is the exhaust pipe right here, and
yeah,
you can see the exhaust pipe where that's where the exhaust should come out. And he was smoking almost the entire time, I thought.
yeah.
So the end result is that Scorpios claimed the $25,000 bounty by
hmm
defeating Icewave.
And I remember that they said that. I remember that one of the like one person on Scorpio's teams that on the Scorpio's team said that it like meant everything to them because their business shut down recently. Like in that time phrase, whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Boy, I don't remember that part, but I believe it because of the
Yeah,
pandemic. And
I think I
yeah,
remember that. Yeah, yeah, and they've been trying to start it back up for a long time, and so this has been a lot. So
well, I'll tell you something else. Um, I don't know how you feel about this, but Scorpios, um, I've never really taken them very seriously as a contending bot for the giant nut.
that's
Do you
true.
think next season Do you think he's got a shot at the nut?
I think so. I think so. I hope they do.
Well, I have my doubts. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah, I got that too.
I have my doubts. I think they're a good bot. I don't think they're in the elite class. Even with this win, this is a big win.
Yeah, like look at this. This is like a lot of damage, but I don't think that makes them in the big leagues.
I would agree. I think they still have
Like
some
close
work
to
to
it.
do.
Close.
I like their personality though. They're great personalities. I love their color. They I forget the guy's name. I should have written it down. He's a great guy. Really smart. Great bot builders. His wife has got a ton of charisma. I like Scorpios an awful lot. I'm just not sure he's there quite yet. I'm sure. I don't think Icewave, by the way. So Icewave, I think Icewave is. It was fun to see him, but Icewave is still past his prime, unfortunately. I think. You think?
I guess. I guess.
I just don't see Icewave as a competitor next year. Do you?
I mean, as a competitor, I hope so. I hope he is.
Yeah, I hope so too. I really do.
Yeah, he's like they're a really good bot. They're like a really destructive bot. I think they have a chance.
Super entertaining too. A lot of fun to watch. Okay, so outcome of this: Scorpios wins the whole thing. They win the $25,000. They beat Icewave in the bounty, just like last time we talked. It was who was it? Rotator that beat Bronco.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 2, the bounty hunters have beaten the standing bot, the bot that they the well, I don't know, whatever we would call it, but
yeah, the bot with the
2 out of 2.
bounty.
So
The
we're gonna do a
bot
couple.
with the bounty. We're
The
gonna call
bot
it
with a
that.
bounty on his head. Yes.
Yeah. No, we're just gonna call it the bot with the bounty.
Okay, bot with the bounty. So that'll wrap it up for this season, this episode of our Battle Podcast. You got our thoughts about this whole thing. Overall, super entertaining. Love Scorpios. Love Hypershock. A little disappointed by Hypershock. Love seeing Icewave again. Great to see Icewave back in the in the battle box. But
so
overall,
good.
great. So we'll have a next one for you next week. By the way, Alex, should anybody that's watching right now, should they like us? Should they give us a thumbs up? Should they subscribe?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we're in desperate need of it right now. That's the thing. We have zero. I don't think we have a lot.
Well put. Well put. By the way, we don't do this for likes. We do this because we love BattleBots.
Yeah.
Just like you do. So that's why we do this. Anyway, have a great week. We will be back with you. Triple Nil and Double Agent will be back with you next week for a new BattleBots Bounty Hunters next week. Have a great week.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.